So if you listen to what I'm telling you, you're going to realize that I'm telling you the truth. And it sounds so bizarre at first, but if you really meditate on it, you'll understand that I'm telling you the 100% absolute truth. So if you break this reality down to its root, what is it? It's a copy machine. You're in a copy machine. You're inside a machine, which is a copy machine. Can you hear what I'm telling you? Don't stop listening, because I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. See those bricks? They're just copies. See this lines? They're just copies. See these trees? They're just copies. See those clouds? They're just copies. You can't come up with a new kind of cloud. It's already been. See this car? It's just a copy. All these cars, they all have four wheels, they all have an engine, all have a transmission. It's a copy. You look like your parents. You're a copy. Your children look like you. It's a copy. The leaves on that side of the tree look like the leaves on that side of the tree. Copy. Notice when you refinance your car or refinance your house or whatever you're doing, it's the same process over and over. It's a copy. When you go to a job, you have to fill out, and let's say you apply for a new job, you have to fill out the same paperwork. It's a copy. If you look at a basketball team or a football team or a hockey team or a volleyball or whatever, they all wear the same uniform. It's a copy. If you look at FedEx, Amazon, UPS, they pretty much copy each other. Whatever's the most efficient, they copy the other one. Office Depot and Office Max, they just copy. They sell copy paper for a reason, because you're in a copier. Made in His image. Here's the overarching principle. This is the archetype of all things. This is why they're trying to shut me down, because if you understand this, if everything around you is a copy, then your thoughts create copies. And if your thoughts create copies, you can bring in a good reflection, what you reflect upon. Let me say that slow. It's really easy, but you didn't hear me. I know you didn't hear me the first time. If everything around you is a copy, these carts are a copy. The lady over there wearing Muslim outfit, she's just a copy of other ladies who are Muslims. They're just copies. They're just copying somebody else's outfit. These little, what do you call those things? These little partition, safety, separation, plastic, whatever they're called. They're copies. The lines are copies. So let me say it again. If everything in front of you is a copy, you're a copy of your parents, your children are a copy of you, you try to train them up in the way that they should go, and they won't depart from it. You train them how? You take the word and you train them according to the word, so they copy that. They copy Jesus in series, in sequence after Jesus. So if everything out here is a copy, if your hand is no different than my hand, except it looks a little bit different, a little bit of shape's different, but it's still a hand. Your eyes, your mouth, it's all copies. it branched off, just like that tree has a bunch of leaves. So you, Adam and Eve, and then it branched off to individuals. Different shades of skin, different heights, different sizes, but it's all from the same root. So that tree shoots up and it branches off. So in the electrical, you have branch circuits. In plumbing, you have branch circuits. They actually use the same terminology in plumbing and electrical. This lady pulled in this Food Line to Go, and then there's going to be somebody behind her following after her as a copying what she does. A podcaster, let's say Joe Rogan became a popular podcast, everybody's just trying to copy Joe Rogan. It's a copy machine. So let me try it again. I'm going to say it really slow. If everything out here is a copy, if everything you can think about is a copy, there's nothing new under the sun, the Bible says. The Bible says you reap what you sow. So if you sow a seed, if you sow a watermelon seed, it creates a watermelon, creates a copy. The seed that you sow makes a copy. So if everything in front of you, everything around you, farming, production, math, science, everything's a copy, then your thoughts create a copy. What you reflect upon reflects. What you think upon inks. TH is ethereal plane. INK is ink it out. What you brood over, what you brood upon, the word brood, like a bunch of roosters brooding, or chickens, or whatever they are, brooding offspring. What you brood over will birth. So think. What you meditate on, M is your water vessel, edit is you edit. Meditate. So you got reflection, you got brood, you got think is ink, you got edit is meditate. And so every word about thoughts is writing into the matrix. Your thoughts are spirit. The Bible says, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. What is higher than matter? Mind over matter is a saying for a reason. Mind over matter. Mind is spirit. What is matter? It's the machine. So what you put in the machine goes through a turning process. It cuts it into pieces. Then it turns and it plays back as a storyline in your day. If you can hear me, then what you should conclude is that you need to control your thoughts, and you need to cut off the noise and the music and the noise, the music, the news, the insanity. And if you're a preacher and you can't hear me, it's a crying shame, because you've been missing out. You're just taking. If you're a preacher and you think this is New Age or esoteric, what about all the verses that say, nothing new under the sun? You reap what you sow. There's many other verses. What has been shall be, what shall be has been. You don't need many verses. And Solomon in Ecclesiastes, he tried everything. And he finally said, what's the end of the matter? To seek God, to worship God, to keep His commands. What are His commands? Believe on Jesus. Love your neighbors yourself. If you put that out, what do you think is going to reflect back? Only good's going to reflect back. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So there's your reflection. Do unto others as you would have them. There's another reflection. What you reflect upon, this is really easy. Meditate on it for about 6 months. What you reflect upon reflects back. What you reflect upon reflects back. See this glass I'm walking up to? I'm approaching this glass, and the closer I get, the closer I get to the image, the more clear it becomes. Stuff in the foreground, there's stuff in the background. It's just like a hologram. There's stuff in the way off in the distance, but you can see it. All possibilities are right here, right now. Everything is right here, right now, but some of it is appearing this is appearing faster than that. So if I stand right here, this is in the foreground, this is in the background. So now this is in the foreground, and those are in the background, but they're still in the storyline. But the foreground appears. This is what you're focused on. If I focus on the background, I'm gonna run into this. You have to focus on this, and then you got this, and then this is the foreground. That's the background. That's how this thing works. It's a hologram. It's a fractal hologram.